at Mom's funeral. What she said destroyed our family. I hid my phone in my pocket during Mom's funeral reception and recorded my sister admitting she'd been draining our dying mother's accounts for 2 years. $1.8 million gone. My name is Michael Chun, and I was 58 years old when I learned that my sister had stolen our mother's entire life savings. Every penny. $1.8 million. Money that Mom had worked 40 years to save. Money she wanted split equally between the three of us. Me, my sister Karen, and our younger brother David, who died in Afghanistan in 2009. The recording happened on October 3rd, 2023. Mom's funeral. But the story really starts 2 years before that. Mom was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer on March 17th, 2021. She was 82 years old. The doctor said 6 months, maybe 8 if we were lucky. She lasted 30 months. That's the kind of woman Eleanor Chun was. Stubborn. Fighter. Never gave up on anything. I was living in Sacramento at the time, about 90 miles from Mom's place in Fresno. I'd retired from the fire department 3 years earlier after 32 years of service. My pension was decent. Not rich, but comfortable. My wife, Linda, and I had just paid off our mortgage. Life was good. Karen lived in San Diego. She was a real estate agent. Divorced twice. Had one daughter, Jessica, who was 29 and worked as a social media consultant, which as far as I could tell meant she took pictures of herself for Instagram. Karen and I had never been close. Even as kids, she was always the one who'd steal cookies and blame David. The one who'd forge Dad's signature on permission slips. Mom used to say Karen had creative problem-solving skills. I should have paid more attention to that. When Mom got the diagnosis, I drove down to Fresno that same day. Got there around 7 p.m. Mom was sitting in her kitchen, the same kitchen where she'd made us breakfast for 50 years, and she was crying. Not sobbing, just quiet tears running down her face. "It's okay, Mom," I said, holding her hand. "No, baby, it's not." She looked at me with those sharp brown eyes that had caught me in every lie I'd ever told. "I'm not ready. I have things to do." "Like what?" "Like make sure you kids are taken care of. Make sure everything is fair." That word. Fair. I'd hear it a lot over the next 2 years. Karen showed up 2 days later. Flew in from San Diego, rented a car, showed up in a designer dress and heels like she was going to a cocktail party, not visiting our dying mother. "Michael," she said, air kissing near my cheek. "You look tired." "I've been here helping Mom." "Of course you have." She smiled. St. Michael. Always the good son. I'll let it go. Mom was dying. Family drama could wait. First night, the three of us sat in Mom's living room. Mom was in her recliner, the one Dad had bought her for their 40th anniversary, before his heart attack took him in 2015. Karen and I were on the couch. "I want to talk about practical things," Mom said. "While I still can." "Mom, don't," I started. "Hush. This is important." She pulled out a folder. "I updated my will last year. Everything is split equally between you two. The house, my savings, my life insurance. All of it. 50-50. That's not necessary right now," Karen said, but I saw her eyes flicker to the folder. "It's very necessary." Mom's hand shook slightly as she held up a paper. "The house is paid off. It's worth about $650,000. My pension, which stops when I die, and about $20,000 in a checking account for final expenses and bills." I did the math. About $1.8 million total. Split 2 ways, $900,000 each. I didn't care about the money. I cared about Mom. But Karen was leaning forward, paying attention. "I've also named you both as co-executors," Mom continued. "You'll need to work together." "Can you do that?" "Of course," Karen said immediately. "Sure, Mom," I agreed. Mom looked at us for a long moment. "Promise me something. Promise me you'll take care of each other. David is gone." Her voice cracked. Something about David hurt her. "You two are all that's left of this family. Promise me you won't let money tear you apart." "I promise," I said. "Me too," Karen said. Mom nodded. "I'm going to keep the original will with my lawyer, Robert Flores. You both have his number. When the time comes, he'll handle everything. Fair and square. The way I want it." Fair and square. 3 months later, Mom couldn't walk without help. 6 months later, she was in a hospital bed we'd set up in the living room. The hospice nurse, a kind woman named Teresa, came 3 times a week. I'd moved in with Mom. Linda understood. She'd visit on weekends, but during the week, I slept in my old childhood bedroom and took care of Mom. Changed her sheets, helped her to the bathroom, fed her when she could eat, held her hand when the pain was bad. Karen visited once a month, then fly back to San Diego. I have clients, she'd explain. I can't just abandon my business. Fine. I was there. That's what mattered. But something started changing around month 8. Mom started asking about money. Michael, did I pay the electric bill? Yes, Mom. Last week. What about property taxes? All paid. Don't worry. The life insurance. Did I make the premium? It's automatic from your account, Mom. It's fine. But she'd ask again the next day, and the day after. Like she couldn't remember, or like something was worrying her. One afternoon in November 2021, about 8 months after the diagnosis, Mom grabbed my wrist while I was giving her medication. Michael, listen to me. I'm listening, Mom. If anything happens to me, if I get confused, if I can't think straight anymore, you need to watch Karen. My stomach dropped. What do you mean? Just watch her. Please. She's not like you. She's always been. Mom searched for the word. Opportunistic. Mom, don't worry about. Promise me. I promise. She relaxed back into her pillows. Good. Good. I should have understood what she was telling me. I didn't. November turned into December. Mom rallied a bit during Christmas. We had a small celebration. Me, Linda, Karen, Jessica, and a few of Mom's oldest friends from church. Mom was weak, but happy. She kept saying it might be her last Christmas. It wasn't. She made it through New Year's. Then Valentine's Day. Then Easter. Your mother is a fighter, Teresa the hospice nurse said in April 2022. I've never seen someone hang on this long with her diagnosis. She's stubborn, I said. She's lucky to have you. I didn't feel lucky. I felt exhausted. Watching someone you love die slowly is like drowning in slow motion. Every day, a little bit harder to breathe. That same month, April 2022, Karen asked to talk to me privately. We stood outside on Mom's front porch. It was a warm evening, the kind of Central California spring that makes you forget summer is coming to bake everything brown. I'm worried about Mom's finances, Karen said. Why? Everything's handled. But is it? Michael, you're not good with money. You're a firefighter, not an accountant. That stung. I can balance a checkbook, Karen. I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying this is complicated. Healthcare costs, medications, property taxes, utilities. It adds up. I think I should help. Help how? Let me handle Mom's accounts. I deal with money all time in real estate. I can make sure everything is organized, paid on time, properly tracked. Something felt wrong. I couldn't name it, but it was there. Mom's lawyer handles the important stuff, I said. And I've got the day-to-day covered. Karen's smile tightened. I'm just trying to help, Michael. But fine, if you want to be stubborn about it. I'm not being stubborn. Whatever you say. She went back inside. I stood on that porch for another 10 minutes, watching the sun set, wondering why the conversation felt like a trap I'd barely avoided. 2 weeks later, Karen brought it up again, this time in front of Mom. Mom, I really think we should consolidate your accounts. Make things easier. I could add my name to your checking, help pay bills. Mom looked at her, then at me. Michael handles it, but Michael lives 90 miles away. What if something urgent comes up? What if you need something and he's not here? He's here every day, Mom said quietly. Still, it would be smart to have a backup.